Alright, so I want to make a follow-up video to this morning's video. I'm pretty sure I'm going to post it tonight still. I don't see why I wouldn't. So I'm just going to explain what I explained there. Then we're also going to be talking about, I'm going to put this over here. We're just going to be talking about how people think about it, but I do want to give some more depth because I feel like I didn't do the best job, but I feel like deleting this video is, or just like privating it is not the way to go. Because I think I put a lot of, there's some, like, I talk about other stuff and I'm going to add on in this video and see what people think and how other people feel. So I'm going to put timestamps down below. So we're just going to start with I have some bullet points to talk about, but we're just going to give a summary of what I was saying. Basically, I kind of missed out a bit on this, but for the most part, I get almost every unit, right? I have all the units in the game right now, and I always try to get, for units that I like or think are good, many dupes in them. I've got about 100 pulls right now. By the time the units come out, or Veto and Gundari to be precise, I will have more, but like if we look at it here, right, whenever there's units I really care about, I do get them up. I got Vanessa up because I thought she would be cool, but she wasn't. Julius I got up, Jack I got up a bit, but I realized there's not really a point. And they're starting to give less free-to-play dupes, so it's also harder for me to exactly kind of dupe 5 unless I'm willing to spend like money that I shouldn't need to spend, right? And as of right now, I mean, there's no point because I have my Julius dupe, max duped, and I have Noel max duped, and that's basically all you need. But overall, I've also wasted a lot of dupes, probably 10 plus SSR dupes. So like, you got to realize my account would be probably more stacked if I wasn't an idiot. I wanted to like basically just save myself a lot of time. So that was just a little background. And what I was saying is that I will not be summoning on every banner and trying to pity every single unit or almost every unit. Now, we are supposed to be getting Gundari and Veto, which I thought was going to be revealed this morning, but I guess it's tomorrow morning. And the way I was seeing it is that unless these units are fun, meta changing, or like a unit I like, which Gundari I love, but I need to save my resources for units that are good, right? I will not be summoning. Usually I will not be summoning, right? As frequently, I might do 5 multis around on average, and I might do more if I need for the SSR, or like not SSR, sorry, just rank up like the rare and SR rank up materials so that I could trade in for stamina and skip tickets when needed. That's all I'm going to do unless it is a unit that is worth pulling on. And of course, I advise everyone, right? Like, you didn't need to summon on season 3, you didn't need to summon on season 4. You did not need to summon on Kiaro Kohono because obviously they're an unfeatured and they're not like a must need, right? So it's all banners that I've summoned on. I've summoned on Kiaro. I summoned on season 3 a lot. I did about 350, 300. I think it was either 250 or 300 pulls, and on this banner I did 360 because I wanted a good amount of units. My luck's been horrible, but I do a lot of pulls. And I'm starting to feel like there is not really a point because even if there are 0 dupes, I'm able to perfectly showcase the unit unless it's a unit like Julius who gets insanely good with like skill page and all that. But for the most part, I'm able to showcase the units, 0 dupes, and be fine. Now, there's another thing is that some units aren't even worth it, and I feel like I'm starting to feel like beyond showcasing, there's no point to having these units. And with how the game is treating us, I do not feel like really continuing, right? I don't feel like getting every single unit. I don't feel like going to pity, and I want to save for banners that will give me the most amount of content, which would be the seasonal banners, right? Because yes, you get one for free, but I would love to get all 3. That is the main goal. And if I could do like 1 pity and get all 3, then, you know, we're just in business. I think I'm gonna have to start playing more conservatively, and I'm not going to be buying as much because, listen, I would be fine, but it's just, even if I do spend, like, I feel like now it's just, I'm waiting for global. Like, that's another thing. I have Canada and KR, so it's like I just don't feel, sometimes I don't feel like doing stuff. Now, what else? Especially with how they're not really changing meta, right? Since Noel, if you didn't summon on anything after Noel, you actually would have been fine. Like, genuinely fine. If you did 5 multis on each banner, you should have like well over like 2-3 full pities saved up by now, and you would have still been fine. Like, you could easily hit top 500 if you did a decent amount of summons already, right? Of course, some accounts won't be able, but if you have a good enough setup and you just summon on the well, you would have been fine. Now, of course, Julius could make it better, but none of these units are needed. So that is my kind of point for this, and how I believe you guys should also be viewing this. Because when I make my should you summons, I really make it, are they really good? Are they going to make it a lot easier? Are they going to change stuff up? Or is it just like okay and kind of cool, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, if you go back to my should you summons, the only one recently that I've said has been Julius that you should summon. I believe I did not tell you guys to summon on this one. I think like the best case was either just choose one of them and then like the other 2 could fuck off, right? because honestly, you really don't need them. Jack is pretty cool for if you have a skill page, against the Heath fight, but that's basically it. So yeah, long story short, I will not really be summoning for Vettel or Gul'dari that much. I'm going to do 5 multis, might turn it into a video because, you know, at least get some money back, right? But if he's not a really fun unit, I'm not going to pity, and that might change. Maybe he's going to be insane, but if he's not amazing, I won't go to pity, and it's fine if he's not on the same level. But if he's not on the same level as Noel or Julius, then why would I summon, right? That's how I see it. And what's stupid, I saw some comments, not that the comments are stupid because they are kind of right, but they shouldn't really power creep with like units that aren't hype. But at the same time, Season 3 and 4 had 2 dud seasons, in my personal opinion. They had some good units, but not anything crazy, right? They released like Charmy, which was a better version of Kohono, but not by that much, so it's like it didn't really matter. Anyway, after Julius, like nothing good came out. We got Season 4, and now we're going to get Vetto and Gul'dari, so that's going to be... If Vetto and Gul'dari are bad, just realize that's 5 units that haven't done really much for the meta since Julius. 5. That's sad. It's already been 3 that haven't changed meta, but if Gul'dari and Vetto are bad, then that's just going to be sad. Anyway, from the point of Noel to get to Julius, that was Kiaro Kohono, and then 3 units. That was 5 units that were good, but not amazing. Like, I'm not, they weren't SS tier, right? They didn't hit that level of Noel, right? So they're kind of going a bit too long in between to where it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to summon for the units that are good, right? Like, that's how I should be. And seasonals, because seasonals 3 new units is good content, right? And it's definitely the ones I care for the most and the people that summon for the most. But I'll see how I feel about pickups. I'll still try to find ways to showcase them, but on my personal account, I won't have the best feeling of them. So sometimes it might lead to content or some form of videos being less better quality, I guess. But I will try my best to see the overall feels because I still am trying to be in touch with the community, even if the community is very dead. So hopefully you guys respect that. But we'll see how I feel about Vetto. If Vetto's good, great. I don't think Gul'dari is going to be good. Either way, they go on unfeatured, right? It's so free to play that it's like, yeah, I won't get him now, but I'm going to get him in a month or 2, right? But yeah, we need more meta change-ups because the only thing that have changed up the meta since... Okay, Season 2 was Noel. Season 3 was Julius. We need something for Season 4 because if not, that's going to be very bad. But only 1 unit each time changing it up kind of sucks. And it also just adds on to the same team, which is not fun. Like, Julius and Noel are perfect together. So we need some things to like kind of differentiate, get Noel out, make new teams, but it's very hard to take Noel out of a team. It's possible, right? But it's all like month 1 units that you're using if Noel's not in there. Like you're gonna do a team with like Mars, Lotus, and then you could put like Rhodes. That could be a team on its own. Then you put William. You're pretty much fine because you're gonna just be tanking, right? So stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, what else was I going to mention? So now I just want to kind of go over to this and we're going to talk about this. Now, something else that I do not like is just a little thing, but something that doesn't help me like decide really is that this is just a little part that I wanted to include in a video that kind of did annoy me. So basically, 43% of people were talking about complaints. 43% of people were saying that the required content is not quickly informed at the right time. And they're just saying that notice is posted after completing the inspection to minimize changes due to supervision. And they're basically saying like, we get you, but we can't really change too much right now. That's why it's hard to improve right now. But after refining the process enough, we would like to do our best to guide many mages quickly. However, it may take a while for the discussion to reflect the actual improvement. We ask for your understanding. Okay, basically, they only post like the events the minute the game goes live, which kind of sucks in making it so we cannot decide even like an hour early if the units will be good, which does not help at all because when I'm live, you know, it just doesn't let me make clear decisions. But we're gonna obviously check it out and make much more like educated thoughts to be able to do either a full 200 pity because it's like the best unit in the game or not. Now I want to see what people were saying because I think I did change my tune a little bit in this video, but let's just talk about it. So basically it's Ranger saying he's not really hyped for these two at all. Gonna skip. I wish it was Noel Sea Dragon Raw. Yeah, because the Noel, like, this is what we should have gotten, but we might get this next month because I don't think we're going to be getting any story next month. But this is sick. This was absolutely sick, right? That was really nice. The game has been on a dry spell for now. Legit no endgame content that's fun to do. It's just grind. Basically, like, you're just auto-grinding. This person said here it's not really a grind. You just auto and you were fine. Autoing is grinding, right? Because you have to have the game open. So it's really a grind, right? There's a lot of stuff that needs to be upgraded, which doesn't help me, right? Now, he's saying I destroyed Tectone, but, you know, when I mentioned Tectone, it was basically me saying that he makes content off of other people's stuff, but I actually respect that he does that because he does it in a more like transformative way. I'm not trying to get in a whole debate about that, but he did great stuff, and he also is putting much light on free to play people. And I feel like you shouldn't need to summon on every banner, or even there's no need, especially in Black Clover. Like Anto's doing a great job, right? So stuff like that. Now, let's go on. Can't have every new unit completely changing the meta. This is why My Hero Academia's strongest hero failed so fast. Had a strong start, then releasing All Might within 3 months of the game's release. Power Craft. Wait, strongest hero. I don't remember power creep. Like, PvP wasn't bad. You weren't doing much PvP, so I don't think it really mattered for that. PvE games that also focus on PvP should be doing that. What BCM is doing right now, releasing S tier units, then complementary units that help those S tier units capable of outperforming teams with SS units. I understand that some units are lackluster, but being discouraged because every new unit isn't on par with Julius is a little bit unfair. Now, the problem with that is, if we go here, what I disagree with on that is we've had 3 units so far since Julius, all not changing the meta. And if we have Vetto and Gulli who also don't do anything, that's 5 units since Julius that have done nothing. That's how I see it. A follow-up would be nice. I'm thinking they're going to make Vetto a high attack unit that helps Raya and Lich be more viable. Raya's dead. Raya's dead. And also why Vetto will not be able to go well with Raya and Lich is because 3 DPSs on one team, it usually does not work, especially Raya. Raya's going to die out quick. Vetto might be a tanky bitch, and Lich is going to be fine. But overall, they have low speed, so it won't be good. And I don't think that will be working. If they go for that route, I will not like it. Unless they somehow really do make Lich and Raya themselves good again, I am all for that, right? But as of right now, it's just that there's so much gaps between all the units, and it's like, okay, 5 units between like good units. That's my problem, right? We got Noelle, like tier list, right? She came out at this point, it was in June, so July, August, over 2 months ago. Wait, let me just confirm what I'm saying. I believe it was almost over 2 months ago, right? Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back and see. 2 months, over 2 months ago. That was the first unit, and she's still the best unit in the game by far. PvP, PvE, best unit. You'd like, she's almost a must need in most like teams, right? So that's my point. I honestly disagree with your opinion, but I respect your decision. This is the type of thing I love, because you could disagree with what I'm saying, like that's fine. But if you respect it, that like I love that. People who are like this, I love you. I remember back when 7, at least since first release, there was no content YouTubers like Nagato or Seaton had to make it in some ways. Seaton used take unplayable units and turn them into god units. Nagato used to try different strategies for dungeons or PvP. Last week it got beaten by a team that focuses on Luke Voltia. I mean, hey, listen. You're at 183k. If this is KR, then that's probably a you issue, but maybe I could be wrong, but luck doesn't do the craziest things. It should not have been that bad, because his attack scalings are not crazy. They're like worse than every other DPS. Speed is normal. He has pretty weak magic attack and attack, but it's average. It's like the exact same, which is interesting. He should not be that good, and unless they like came up with some revolutionary thing, I don't know. There's a lot of ways you can make content. Just try to connect with your creative side, my friend. Listen, okay, first of all, like if you're not using like one of the like 20 to 25 like best units, it's either like they're really good or really bad. That's the first thing. But I could make team works. It's just that I've been so burnt out. First of all, I've been burnt out. But I want to say, in terms of making content, I was making 4 videos a day for the first 2 weeks of Black Clover Mobile Canada. Like 4 videos a day. You got to realize that. I was doing like most of the summer 2 videos a day at the very bare minimum. I literally like I'm doing 1 video now, but that is like a low point for me, right? It is a low point because I was doing 4 videos a day. I could make videos, but I want to make videos that are fun. That's the thing. I want to make videos I feel like making. I want to try to make stuff, but listen. Okay, there's a difference between Grand Cross and this game. That is a PvP game. PvP. This is PvE. No matter, everything in this game is PvE. No matter what you're doing, it isn't as interesting as actually fighting real people. That's the thing. Which is why it's like, okay, cool. A unit that looks pretty decent, has great animations, but just isn't it. Why the fuck do I want him? If I do not care for the unit, gonna do nothing, right? In my opinion. The game needs more content, and I never thought I would say this, but the game needs to be more pay to win. Yeah, because like even if I don't pull for these units, I'm gonna be able to get them later on. That's the thing. Meta shouldn't be changing so often. Power creeping and rapid changes for meta often rocks the boat in the player base. I like the meta, but I shouldn't have to feel that previous meta I pulled for is not useful anymore. I don't really think I was saying that I wanted the meta to like be power creeped. Okay, I guess I did say changing, but I wanted to be expanded on. I wanted more teams to be made. I wanted like it to stay the like same amount of power, just with more teams. Because right now it's Noel, Julius. Then you could put Mars, Lotus. You could put Charmy and Rhodes, right? You could put William, and then I don't know, fucking who. Like I'm kind of blanking, but it's usually always the same people. Like if I go on the tier list for PvP, right? You could see Finro, Asta. You could still see a lot. Jack, really, they put him. That to me, he could be S. I think he might be S, but SS to me is fair enough. Like you're barely seeing most of these units. Like Charlotte, you might see. Sally, if you see him, usually it's a free win. Oster, you're only seeing sometimes, but he's not the best. Lich, you can see. Raya, you don't see at all. He should be put down to A. Rill, I just don't think he's a menace anymore. I don't really get stunned much, especially when my Julius has higher speed than Rill. Now, because I gave him an extra 2 speed and he already was tied with Rill. Yuno is actually very toxic, right? Charlotte is pretty good. Fauna, I mean, I'm not really scared of Faunas anymore. Kohono, I sometimes could be annoying. Yami, I just like, he's whatever, right? So like, it's not even about like them changing the meta to power creep. We just need more teams that work in defense mainly. I want more defense teams. That's basically what I'm saying. Because I want to fight more different teams. Because like, I mean, here, let's just go in. Oh, is it? Okay. All right. I don't know why I was doing that. Let me, okay, perfect. If we go, I mean, yeah, I'm in lower league. I have to do my runs. I'm kind of lazy, but top 500 at least still. Like Noel, right? Noel, we got this team. I've seen a lot. Noel with like the Rhodes, right? That's a pretty good team. Noel, wow. Oh, Noel with Rhodes, William and Mars. Oh shit, Noel with Rhodes. Okay. Oh shit, Noel with Kohono and okay. Oh, Noel, and guess what? No Noel, fuck! I'm a clickbaiter. Dislike. Anyway, you get what I mean. So I want to see more teams, just different. But it's going to be hard. I feel like trumping Noel is going to be hard, but they did that to themselves, okay? Like, I'm going to complain about something, and it's like, oh, but they can't make someone better than Noel. Well, they fucked themselves over in the first place. They got to fix it. Like, you can't just defend them because they did something bad, and then it's like, oh, well, they can't make it worse. Like, they fucked themselves over in the first place, so they have to find a way to resolve it. They're the fucking game devs. Anyway, I'm not going to try to get into that. Now, this one, I have the same feeling since the beginning. I use just the key for Mimosa and other one for Noel. Have now 2. I've spent some gems in Julius, but I currently have 91k gems and 180k tickets, and I don't pay any money. I won't spend in this banner of Awakened Veteran Gudari. Anyway, I have all my hopes in the next banners because it's truth that the best characters start to appear after the Witch Queen are true. That would be cool. I feel what you mean, but we don't know if they will be good based on hype. Like Lotus, for example, no one at the time knew who that dude was. He was really random, but he was so broken at the time. Never know with this game. True, but then you look now, the 2 top units is Noel seasonal, and people were simping. When I say people were hyped, listen. It was my most liked tweet. Whoops, my bad. My typing is bad. It was my most liked tweet. 1,500, almost 100k impressions with 25k followers, okay? Most liked tweet because of Noel. Noel was very hype. Like, I put this, I've never gotten this much again on likes. Never gotten this much another 500. Maybe on Kyoto's. Except for that, did I post more? Let me post more Noel. Or let me put more Noel to see what pops up. 700 for just saying Noel's an insane unit. People were hyped for her. They knew that would happen. And Julius was very hype. If you go down... Vanessa, they did her bad, but they did her bad because she was so hype and they couldn't release someone to counter Julius before he came out, right? But it seems to me to go with like hype levels for the most part. I feel like Fuego should have been higher. Yami was high for his time. Fauna was very good, right? So like I feel like the hype units got like really good, but also to be fair, there were some instances that like kind of betrays that. But overall, like the 2 like meta units, the 2 like SSS units right now are hype units, right? They're hype. So that's how I see it. Now, I'm just looking for something to really make me want to summon, because somehow me, who I genuinely like have a problem with summoning, I'm not gonna lie, I have no want to summon in this game. So unless these units are really good, I will not like go for them, and I'm gonna understand and accept that I'll get them at some point, but it won't be today, right? But I will try. I still do want to hopefully get them. Like, if I do 5 multis and pull them, like, hey, that's insane. If I'm max I do is up to 10, because I'll still be safe for the Season 5 banner, which is insane that it's like, okay, we're in Season 4, but I'm already worrying about Season 5. Anyway, let me know if this helps clear some stuff up, just make it more clear, or if you think I'm a bigger idiot after watching this video. But I just wanted to talk about it more, because I feel like I did not talk about it enough in the previous video. So I'm like, okay, well, I kind of have to talk about it again, you know. And going strong 22 minutes, that's huge. Still gonna spend a bit when I need to, but not looking too crazy. Now, I have a single, so you know, why not just do the pull? How many friendship? Okay, thank God I'm starting to get friendship again, which is huge. Okay, well, there you go. All right. Anyway, let me know if you agree. We'll see how Vettel is probably on Wednesday. It sucks that we won't see right away, or like before he comes out, which to me is probably the most idiotic thing in this game, that they don't release the info even an hour before. But hey, they have problems. They have problems, guys. They always have problems because it's Black Clover Mobile and fucking get Vic games. Bye bye.